In my class 10th, I scored 87.8%, that is roughly to 88%, by the top, as said by the CBSE, top 5 marks which you get. And talking honestly, after I have completed class 11, talking about that does not mean much to me as said by the teachers when we were in class 10th. It's just like, yes, I was that kind of student who used to read, but scoring that much, scoring a 90% or roughly near to 90% was not that difficult. It doesn't need anything. It just needs that you read throughout the year, not the night revision. No, before the night you read. If you have studied the chapters, then in the gap you can revise very well. And I highly recommend to join the channels that goes live at 4 am on the day of exam, because they decode 60, 70 to 80% of the questions in just 3 hours. That 3 hours is worth it. And you going and watching previous year of that series, it won't work, because what they have done is they have mastered what kind of paper CBSE is making, since they have so much of experience, minimum of 5-7 years. Highly recommend Next Toppers for SST and somewhat mathematics, or you can even check out Fun and Learn channel. Now both of them are highly recommended, and if you just go watching them would give you great result. So let me cover up my 10th in a time. So from 9th I have been into things like research and finding out new things, discovering new things, making notes about them, and exploring about the AI that came up in class 10th, and a dozen of things more. And obviously plants and animals and nature, which are my interests. So in I started class 10th too soon. In summers I have covered my 60% of my syllabus. In science it was 80, in maths it was 60%, and history it was just 50%. And I completed that by one shot YouTube videos, by making notes. And when I went to the classroom, the teacher explained it, so I made it got revised from my notes. By watching one shot you can't gain everything, but you will get the exact mapping of the chapters that have gone. And this is not the story of only that what I have done. We are group 7-8 people who have done these things, and these 7-8 people don't went to the school, any kind of tuition. They just help. They are the student of YouTube University, and yes. So, but what was the thing is, my one shots were completed. On school I was getting everything. My attendance was good. I was having fun sitting on the last bench. I was able to understand everything. I was able to give them on the answers. Everything was nice, and I expected 92%. But what was the problem is, the English paper was not as I prepared. But talking about the result, the English paper was not how I prepared. It was a bit difficult. Throughout my school exams, in English I scored above 92. If you take out the percentage, 92, I maintained that. However, in the exam I scored 79, including 20 marks of practicals, obviously. But that, I don't think that was good. However, my mark increased in ODIA. I never scored more than 60 to 70 to 80%. It was always less than that. However, in the boards I scored 91 in ODIA. That was quite satisfying, and all the things make my result up and down a bit. And that all, why was all that? That was all that because I was not 100% into study, and not being 100% into study and being 88, 89, that roughly 90 was good for me. That was all of my class 10th, and I have many friends. I enjoyed it, as I said. And the life was like, just woke up at the morning at 5:30, get some of your homework done, get your bag packed, as I never packed in the night, and go to washroom, have a bath, and read something if there is some kind of homeworks. And main thing, check out news 10 minutes, and what time you will be investing in your during the day when you get free is important, because at the morning you can take clear decisions. And you can, what I did was I downloaded YouTube videos which were specific, that I think I checked out some of the things with news, which gave me news, like reading, like some of them were Google News, some of them were there were the apps that I use that give me news of that this is happening in this field, and I just search some of the keywords in YouTube, and I download it in the morning, and went to school. The bus came at roughly around 6 to 7 anytime. At 10th I was in Education Colony Land 6. That was totally fun to be there. And the funny thing was, I knew each and every route of each and every bus. So whenever I have missed my bus, it's like, just go on walking and you will get the bus. I know which way to go. So most of the days, not most, but yeah, 20% of the days I catch other buses. Interesting part was, once it didn't work, and I went up to Bhagirathi Mall walking and taking one or two lift, and went there in a government bus once, and once in a normal bus. I don't think anyone knows about this. And totally had fun at the last bench. So went to school, and in school have fun, read and have fun. When the teacher is not there, have fun. When the teacher is there, read, and whenever he says something wrong, and then just laugh without disrespecting. That was class 11th. At class 10th, and getting back from there, it was roughly 3, because the bus was taking roughly 2 hours, 1.5 to 2 hours of the day, which I didn't like much. And after coming, I just slept in the bus. Great good thing about me, I just put a cap in my head and I slept. At mid of 10th, I was transferred to this place at where my home is. There, and roughly everything was going good. Means talking about the buses, the same time 2 hours was wasted daily, the 1.5 to 2 hours, and different people use different kind of tricks to use that time. My thing was sleep. Then come home at 3, watch mobile till 4 to 4:30, sleep, meditate or anything like that, and at 4:30, 4:15, 4:30 go on cycling. I have done cycling like anything. I have explored most of the street in Bhawanipatna, and it was just fun with different people, talking to different people and moving to new streets, and looking the sun, looking at some trees, and looking some at the statues, towers, and navigating gives your mind a way, so that you could find where are you, and you can find the way out, trying all that things, moving on adventures with friends, going on long cyclings as 25 kilometers. That was all fun I had. And coming back again, have some half an hour of the YouTube downloads that I have. And I didn't have the Instagram back then. I have Instagram after my 10th was completed. So I didn't waste 1 hour of my time. That's good. And after I reached home and read, means after watching YouTube videos that were even quite related to studies, and after completing that, I sat on sitting doing school homeworks, and my mom thought that was pending. I completed that and slept at 10. I slept 7.5 hours roughly, and I was having plenty full of time. I didn't spend most of the time reading, but discovered many things, and that is what I hardly recommend, because sitting talking about that talking about 10th marks doesn't affect me anymore, neither it would affect, and no one is going to ask you that how much was your 10th score in a random conversation. But it matters. My recommend is in the what I did followed for the last 1 month. I did means make a different kind of channel for you to watch content and just go on studying. Last 1 month will define. Before 1 month, your syllabus should be covered. You should have read the content twice or thrice. For math, NCERT should be like you know everything. Science, same with science, physics, and in history, economics, geography. When you open the book and you look at a page, you should have everything written. It just like the subject are like just having a short recap of that thing will do so good. And what I did was, in the last 1 month, there was no a different kind of content that I take, and I was totally focused, and that was all my 10th how it went. Before the exam start 1 month, you will be having pre-boards. We have 2 pre-boards, yeah, and thus we have revised everything twice or thrice. After that, closing that content from because what happened is mind gets overloaded with content, so decreasing amount of content, and start in the last 1 month go on practicing question papers, sample papers by BW, highly recommended, it helps. But because of the price range, if possible take the OSWAL, it's better than that at any cost, and 80% of the content are from there. Talking about the books, next quote. Yes, in the last month I was just going on covering sample papers, getting PYQs from every chapters, and that's all I have. If you want to practice, there are books, but which would help you. If you did that, your marks would increase, and obviously for 11th your spectrum could give, you can get a wide spectrum. If you wish to just get studying and getting into everything, get PYQ's book. I don't recommend it much. My friends have bought it and read it, but I think it's because you have compared NCERT, you have revised it twice, thrice, you have gone through pre-boards question, and if you just went through CBSE sample papers and the normal sample papers that is available in the market by any brand, and you just take the time off, and in English try to cover up the time. Your paper should be at ending 15 minutes before the timing that is given to you. Yeah, so these are some of the tips and tricks that I followed and some of my friends followed. And why I say these all things, because it really worked, and I didn't have regret that if I would have read a bit more, I would have fetched a bit more mark. Brother, the 4% that I lose was from how much my target was 92 from the starting of the 10th is worth it, because I don't have a narrowed spectrum. I was into many more things. I am into many more things rather than studies, which would help you do what you want in your life, other than just studying and spending the life just like I want to read. Reading is even an addiction. studying, so be careful. So this much for today's. Meet you in a new video talking about my class 11th. My 10th was all done up to here. We will be talking about class 11th from the next videos. Till then, have a good day. Bye bye, have a good day.